Hi everyone, I'm Steve the Drawer Dude, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to turn stick figures into characters just the way I draw them. But this is the finished product. Let's start at the beginning. Let's get stuck into it. The first thing you do, if you're going to draw a stick figure, you have to create the scene. So first of all, I'm going to draw a swimmer. So I need the water. Once I've got the water, I can put a stick figure in there, and he's just splashing around doing a bit of freestyle. And even the hands, I'm just going to draw a couple of diamond shapes, but you'll see what I'm going to do there shortly. But it's important to get the face right, so you've got to have the character looking forward. There's more about that on how to draw cartoon faces. Check out one of those other videos. Now around the stick shape, all I'm doing now is filling in the body. I'm just using those lines that I had and going around them to do the torso, the top part, the chest and the arms, and even the foot. Now I've got a whole video on just how to draw feet. Check that one out. There's a lot of good tricks there. Now once I've got the character drawn in, I draw a few little splashes, but I'm going to come back later on with the felt pen and I'll show you step by step how to colour that stick figure into a character. Now right now I'm going to draw a skateboarder, but I've got to have the skateboard first, just like I needed the water first before I drew the swimmer. So I'm going to draw a skateboard in, just a basic one. You're going to see the bottom of the skateboard, and the person riding it will be hunched over. His legs will be bent and his arms are going to be out nice and wide. He's balancing, and again I'm just drawing a few diamonds for hands, but you'll see in a moment how I turn those diamonds into hands. Now again, the face is really important. This face is sort of side on, but I've got a video about how to draw faces side on, and he's looking where he's going. This character, he's happy, he's smiling, his hair's blowing in the wind, but again I just drew the body around the stick shape, and that's when I add the clothes. And now I'm adding the details like the hands, just bit by bit. And again, now I'm just going to add the shorts over his legs, and his feet are in there, and this character's done. Now I'm going to move on. Now I'm going to draw a superhero, and I'm going to draw a woman. So for the body, you can draw this shape, sort of like a peanut shape, because this is where I'm going to join my arm joints and the hip joints. So I'm going to have it leaning back, and one leg forward, one leg back, and I'm going to have one arm down. She's going to be holding like a shield. I'm not sure what the shield's going to be yet, but I'll put that in there. And with her arm, I've decided I'm going to get her to hold something. I thought I'll give her a big mallet, like a hammer. But anyway, right now I'm drawing in, I'm filling in around those lines of the stick figure. See the arms and now the shoulders, because those lines show me where the bones are, and you just add the meat to the top, the muscle to the top. Now I'm drawing a face here. She's pretty confident. She's got a little smirk on her face because she's a superhero. Every superhero I've ever seen is pretty smug, pretty smart, confident. So right now I'm just drawing the shield in, and now I'm giving her a bit of an outfit. I wasn't sure which way I was going to go, but I'll give her a jacket, and she's a bit of a tough person. So there she is. Now I'm going to draw another character, another female, could be a young girl, but I'm going to draw this one upside down. Now I'm drawing that same shape, that peanut shape, and that's the hips and shoulders. It works really well. I'm drawing a line through the middle now, just so that I can show where the hips are going to be, where the hip joint is, and where the shoulder joint is. But right now, now I'm drawing the arms in, and I'm putting hands up, just a couple lines, but it shows me where her fingers are going to go. And once I've got that, I can put the face in because I know where the face is going. And again, it's the same principle whether you're drawing someone up, looking, standing up, or upside down like this one. The proportions are the same. And of course she's upside down, so her hair is going to be on the ground. But when I come to colour in, I'll show you some of the techniques for doing the hair. But again, right now, all I'm doing is I'm putting a body around those lines that I did, and then once I've got that, I can put her, I'm going to put her in jeans, and I'm going to put a t-shirt on her. But I'll show you when I come to colour in how to get the jeans to look just right. Now I've got a couple feet on her. Now rub out the guidelines, and it's time to get my felt pen out and start making these pencil drawings into an outline drawing. and this way then I can colour into the dark lines. So you can see obviously it's sped up, but I'm just following those little pencil guidelines that I had, and then once I erase it out, now this is the first thing I do when I'm drawing water. I colour in, if it's white and it's got a bit of shading, I use a really light blue. Now I'm using a mid blue to do the actual water. It's a different colour than the other blue. And once I'm finished with this colour, I'll come back with an even darker blue, sort of purplish, just to go up to where those black lines are. It's a really good effect for water. Now this colour I'm using right now for the skin is called Apricot. I do one colour. Now I'm just doing about 50% shading pressure, and I'm going to come back around. I'm going to go really dark under where the shadows are cast, which is under the body, under the arms, under the chin, a little bit on the forehead. Now for his hair, I'm just going to give him some blonde hair. Now I'm going to move on to the skateboard character. Use my little 0.2mm felt pen, and I'll draw him in. It's nice and clean. Now I'm going to give him brown hair. Now I'm going to use a darker brown to do where the black lines are, and you can see I'm sort of shading in, I'm blending it in, fading it right into white, and then I'm going to come around with a lighter brown and colour it in, and you get this really good colour. Now again, I'm using this apricot colour. It's a fantastic colour, and about 50% pressure, a bit more pressure where the shadow is going to be. And now I'm using a colour called tan. Now in the mouth, I use this technique a lot. I'll use black and then I'll go across it with a rust red colour. Same thing again, anywhere where there's skin, use that apricot. Now I'm going to give him a yellow shirt, but I'm using the one yellow, but I'm using different pressures. Darker around the black line and lighter in the middle. Now with the green, I'm using two greens, a darker green where the shadow is down the bottom, and the wheels, I'm just going to keep them grey. Now I'm going to move on to my upside down girl. Now what I'm going to do here is, when you're colouring in jeans, I'm going to give her jeans, you don't use a light blue, you actually use a darker blue and just do light shading, because that's what jeans are, they're faded. Now two greens for her shirt, and again a bit of apricot for her skin, and I'm going to go a little bit wild with a hair colour here and just use some purple, and that's her. Now superhero, same thing again, felt pen, go around. She's got a little bit more detail, so it took a little bit longer. That's okay, she's going to come up looking really good. And because she's wearing boots and leather, like a leather jacket, we can create a bit of shine. But I'll start with her hair, and then I'm using an orange and a yellow, gives good highlights. I'm using that apricot again, about 50% pressure, a little bit darker where the shadows are, and she hasn't got much, she hasn't got her arms and her face that are exposed. Now the mallet, see I'm dark on the cylinder end, I'm doing it darker on the edge, on the curve, because that's where the light's going to get, not going to get to. Now I'm just using one colour here, it's like a grey. It's a really good colour to use for boots, because they're going to be shiny, of course, and the jacket again too. But you can see just by when you shade a character, it comes up really effectively. Looks really good. And a little, I wasn't sure what to do with the shield. I thought, oh well, I'll give her a water shield. That's different. And I'm just drawing a bit of a shadow because she's casting a shadow. I do that on a few characters. And that's it. Thanks for watching how I turn stick figures into characters. If you like the video, please click the like or subscribe button. If you're curious to see how I draw other stuff, check out my other videos. Until next time, I'm Steve the Drawer Dude. Keep on drawing, and I'll see you later.